Hi guys, welcome to Mr. Movie Miles. I'm your host Princess Concon, and today, also happy Marvel Mondays, almost forgot, and welcome to the show. And today we're going to be reviewing the Incredible Hulk. I think it was like Edward Norton one anyway. Let's get into it. So let's talk the plot. We have the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner, and he is hiding away. He's on the run because he's exposed himself to Gamma, and that's turned him into the Hulk, a raging lunatic green monster that has no control or just always on a rampage. So we get into the film. He's trying to learn how to control it, or at least cure it, or control his temper, all three. And we also have General Ross, who is on the look for him. He's trying to hunt him down, and we find it's so that he can dissect the Hulk, or try and get it out of Bruce Banner. But so we get the film. He's on the look for the Hulk. The Hulk's on the run, or Bruce, should I say. And so we start off in this country. I can't remember where it was, but we find Banner is working in a factory. His blood gets out into one of these bottles that they're like making this liquid, this drink, and that could then expose more people to Gamma, which it does, and it turns out it kills Stan Lee, R.I.P. in both senses, the film and in real life. And so they find out where the Hulk is, Bruce. So the Hulk goes on a run. He goes on a runner. He leaves, and then he turns into the Hulk first, and we see him in the dark, which is pretty cool. And we also get this other character, something Blonsky or whatever, I can't remember, but he plays the Abomination down the road in the movie. Spoilers. And so that happens. The Hulk gets away, and he returns to America, which is like a dumb idea, really. If that's where you're from, like, why go back? And he meets up with Betty, who is his ex, and then he has a hard drive with like how to get rid of the Hulk, or how he thinks, all his research and his data basically. And he gets caught with Betty. The military come, and he has to like swallow a hard drive, which is gross, but we'll get into that later. And after swallowing the hard drive, the Hulk then comes out because he's been pressed a bit too much by the military. So he comes out, and we get this really cool action sequence. Meanwhile, the Abomination guy, he's had some like serum. I guess it's like a little bit of what the Hulk has. So he's like Captain America at this point. Really strong, really fast, really agile. We get an action sequence. That goes terribly wrong, and the Hulk escapes with Betty. So the Hulk and Betty are in a cave, and she kind of calms him down, I guess, or just seeing her, it's like Bruce kind of seeing her. It's kind of like they're the same person, but I don't know whether they are the Hulk and Banner. But I guess we can go into that a bit later. Are they two separate people? Are they not? Anyway, after that, once he's calmed down, it's the next day, and they decide to go to the this guy who Bruce has been talking to. So Bruce and Betty go and see this guy, the guy that's in Captain America. He has that big brain. Spoilers. But they go to him, and Bruce has already been talking to him on how to get a cure, but then they find out they think they've cured him. And then we get to the end, they get captured. Abomination, the guy like gets more of that stuff inside of him, so he turns into an Abomination. The nerdy guy with the big head in Captain America, he's injured, and we know what happens to him later on anyway through Captain America. So the Abomination is loose, running rampage. Bruce is captured with Betty, and the only way to stop Abomination, because he's tearing up the city, is to bring out the Hulk, but we don't know if it's going to work. And there's a really cool shot of the Hulk, Bruce, jumping out the helicopter and landing in the ground, and then the Hulk his hand comes out, and it's not iconic. I don't really remember it as a kid, but when I watched it, I was like, oh, that's a really cool visual. So they fight, and the fight's pretty brutal, to be fair. There's parts where the Hulk rips out Abomination's bone out of his elbow and stabs him with it. And I thought it was quite risky for, not risky in a weird way, but like, you know, ballsy for Marvel. So I liked that. The Hulk wins, and he has to become a fugitive again. So it kind of doesn't really go full circle. He just kind of ends up how he began. But he does learn to control when he turns, I believe. I think that's what happened at the end. They don't really, I know they explain it in the Avengers going forward that he learns to. But yeah, that's basically it. The film's fine. And that's basically the plot. Go. So let's talk characters. We'll start off with Bruce. I like him as a character. He's interesting, but he's only interesting with the Hulk. I think on his own he'd be quite boring, but then again we wouldn't have a film. It would just be called Bruce Banner and it wouldn't be as interesting. But he's interesting. The actor Edward Norton, I'm not really a fan of his work. I don't think he's anything amazing. I don't think he's bad by any means, but in this he's not the Hulk that I really I like. I like Mark Ruffalo. He's probably the best Hulk we've got. But Edward Norton's fine. But Bruce Banner, yeah, no, I wasn't that bothered about him in this one. But the Hulk, I really liked the Hulk. I like to see this rampaging lunatic. The CG on him is really good. He looks good, especially for, I can't remember what year it was out, but yeah, he looks great. The Hulk's action sequences, and when he has those like softer moments when he's kind of just alone and he kind of calming himself down, I think he, yeah, it's great. He's like a child, and I think obviously they go into that a little bit more in future movies. But yeah, nothing much to say about him really, other than I like. So I'm just walking my dog while giving this review, so it's not really moving anywhere. But that's Marlow, just right there. Then we have Betty. Betty Ross? Yeah, Betty Ross. She's fine. I think the actress kind of does quite a lot without, especially, she's kind of a soft spoken lady, but she has her moments when she's, you know, acting and really delivering like bigger moments, and I really liked her. I wish we'd saw more of her in like the future MCUs. I know we got a little bit of her in Captain America, the new one, but it'd be good to see her again and Mark Ruffalo, just to see what that dynamic is and if they would still be interested in each other, or if they've met, or however you want to look at it. It'd be interesting to see. But yeah, she was fine. Really liked her performance. The character is, yeah, she's kind of there to always bring the Hulk down, I guess. But I wish they'd done a little bit more with her going forward in future stuff, but they don't. Then we have General Ross. I really like this character. He's kind of in a grey area a lot of the time. I know he's trying to help people, but also he's trying to get the Hulk serum for himself and dissect Bruce and the Hulk, and it's messed up really. But yeah, the delivery of the character is really well. I like the character a lot. I know obviously he becomes Red Hulk, and how they deal with that. And the more I think about the Red Hulk, the more I don't like it, but I guess I'll decide that for another video. But in this film, I really like the character, and yeah, we see him a lot more in future movies, but no Betty. And then we have Abomination, and I don't know what his real name, the character's name is, but can't remember. I like him. He's cool. He's a bit one note at times, but then you see him in She-Hulk, and he's kind of just a jokey character, typical Marvel jokey character, not a villain anymore, which is fine. But I remember when they set him up in like Shang-Chi, I think it was, and I was like, oh, he's going to be in like the Thunderbolts or something like that. And no, he was just played up for like a joke in She-Hulk, so Marvel for you. But yeah, in this film he was great, he was cool. I like the design, he's quite creepy, his bones sticking out. Yeah, I like it. I don't mind that it's not comic accurate, like he looks great. And here's Marlow again. Marlow. Yeah, he does his own thing when we're on a walk. He doesn't really listen. He doesn't run anywhere, but he doesn't listen. Oh, and that's him digging. And that's the best shot I'm going to get of him. So let's go on to the directing. The directing's good. It's kind of dark for an MCU film, and obviously it's in its early days of becoming bigger than what it what it was, I guess. So it's, yeah, tonally it works for the movie, but as an MCU movie, it is quite dark and quite, you know, touches on some dark themes, which we'll get into in the next segment. But yeah, some of the shots are good. When the Hulk falls down to the ground, I already said that one, but I really like it. His eyes turning green at the end. Sorry, my dog. Go on, Marlow, go. So it's muddy as well, grim. Yeah, but the directing, it's yeah, it's just a dark looking MCU film, but it works with the story that they're telling. Like, you know, Bruce is on the run, so that works. It's cool not to see so much CGI, except for like at the end, you know, that's how they used to do it, save all the big CGI boss battles at the end. But no, it looked fantastic. Yeah, not much to say with it. It wasn't a standout in terms of the directing, but it's not terrible at all. Like, it is shot really, really well. I don't know who the director is. I'll put the name up here, but yeah, probably seen some other stuff. We'll have a look what else he's done. So let's get into themes. I think that the obvious theme of the movie, one of them is like rage and controlling the rage. That's probably one of the key themes of this movie, especially towards the end when he learns how to control his rage. Oh. So I'm trying to show my dog, but my camera's not letting me. So the rage, yeah, they handled that really well. And that's probably like the main theme of the Hulk a lot of the time. But yeah, it's good. It's like I'd like to see that again with the Hulk going forward. And I know we're doing like Avengers and just Bruce's character in general, but I want to see that crazy Hulk again. Like, the Professor Hulk's fine, we got it, but let's go back a little bit and get this crazy guy. I think another theme would be identity and duality. The idea that the Hulk is this crazy villain that everyone sees, but also he's the saviour at the end of the film, yet he's still treated like a villain, which is very interesting, very on brand for the Hulk. Oh, my dog wants to go back. So yeah, that's very on brand for the dog. That's very on brand for the Hulk. The fact that he's also doing a lot of destruction, but because of other people are also attacking him, and if you do treat him like a newborn baby, that, you know, he doesn't know how to, you know, react to things properly. He's kind of underdeveloped, so, you know, oh, I'm slipping. So he can't really like speak or say how he feels, or, you know, just exist without people going for him. So of course he's going to retaliate. Is either a wild animal or he's a child, both maybe. I think the third theme would be isolation. The Hulk or Banner has to kind of keep himself alone, away from people, just to kind of live and survive. I think he would kind of do that if he wasn't on the run, because he knows how dangerous he is. So it's quite sad, and that's handled for a lot of the film. Like, he always feels like he has to be alone, even when he gets Betty, and there's no like message at the end that says, oh, I don't have to be alone, I've got people. Like, no, he ends where he begins, in a sense that he has to be alone in order to protect people, which is sad, and the film handles that very well, so give him props. I think another theme of the movie would be the ethics of science. General Ross is, you know, like, we don't need another monster out there, but then also wants to create another monster, and then uses the serum that was in the Hulk, but only a little bit of it, to put into the Abomination character. And so he does that, doesn't care really what happens to this character. This man then wants more to become stronger, and it sends him a bit doolally. And yeah, the ethics behind that is wrong, you know what I mean? Like, and I wish the MCU would deal with stuff like that a little bit more. I guess we'll find out when I keep watching, but I know in the new stuff it's not really a thing, stuff like that. It's kind of just a one-note Marvel movie for the most part, to be fair. Not all of them, some of them have been good recently, but anyway, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, those are the themes. Those are what I picked up on. Let me know what you picked up on. Overall, the movie it's a great movie. It's got good action sequences. Not enough, I would like a little bit more. The CGI is really well done. I like the tone. I wish we'd get more Raging Hulk in future movies. I mean, future movies going on now, like post Captain America. I want to see more Crazy Hulk, but we'll see if we get that. But yeah, it's a good movie. I think I recommend it to a lot of people if you haven't seen it. But let me know what you think of this movie. Is Hulk one of your favourite characters? Is he not? Let me know why, for both reasons. And when do you think we're going to see the Hulk next? Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.